Okay, AB Fine Art families, let's draw a snowman together. So grab any pencils, paper, erasers, any colorful medium you want to use, and let's go ahead and draw him. So I'm going to use 3 circles for his body stacked. I'm going to start with the head, and then I'm going to add the middle, and I'm going to finish off with a larger circle towards the base. And if you can see, I'm not finishing the circles in there, I'm just adding on, I'm layering them behind. And then I'm going to make a little spot for him to sit. So we used a lot of these elements during the fall when we're doing 3D art and design. So I'm going to talk about those a little bit, but even if you haven't taken those classes, you can follow right along. So for his hat, I'm going to make a cylinder. So for that top hat, I'm going to make a foreshortened circle. You can make it as big as you want. 2 straight lines, straightish lines, a curved line here, and then I'm going to make another foreshortened circle that's coming out from behind. So that's going to just come around, just like that. You want to add a little ribbon, you can. And you can go ahead and erase all those extra lines that are in there if you're using a pencil. If not, just start to shade it in. So to create that cylindrical effect, I'm going to shade from the sides. And I'm going to use kind of contoured or curved lines as I shade. And that's going to make it look even more rounded. So coming back from the edges here, back from these edges here. And again, if you're using a pencil or colored pencils or pastels, just following those lines makes a huge difference. Kind of clean that up there. Maybe a little shading on top. So there's his hat. And then I'm going to give him a carrot nose. So I'm going to make a cone. So I'm going to do a curved or contoured line and then 2 angled lines meeting together at a point. That's his carrot nose. And I'm going to add some curvy lines on that as well, just to reinforce that shape. You can always go in and shade a little bit if you're really fancy. You can color that too. That would look really good. And then you can just give them a smile. I'm just going to give them a smile, little curvy smile, and some eyes made out of coal. So it's just 2 little circles colored in. And then for a scarf, I'm going to make a cylinder as well. So I'm going to do 2 lines, kind of cutting into that a little bit, going around here, and then following that curve. You can even bring it up a little bit on his face. And then I'm going to do 2 curvy lines curving towards each other for where like the scarf would tie. And then just add, it's basically 1, 2, 3 lines, curved lines at the end, and then you can add little tassels if you want. And you could add stripes to this, like you could do some little curved stripes. You could color that in. Oh, that's not part of it. No, I'll turn that into an arm. And then he's got little twig arms. So I'm going to, wait, I want to bring that up a little bit there. I'm going to just use cones for those twigs. So I'm going to start out with a little curvy line here and bring those to a point. So those are just cones, and one here. And then from that, I'm going to add little skinnier cones just so it feels like a real branch. And then same here, just really tiny. So cone is just essentially that little contoured line coming to a point. And you could add a little shading if you want to. You could even add a little cast shadow like underneath where his little layers of snow or scarf are. And all of this would be really cute colored in. And then just so he feels like he's planted in space, I would add a little cast shadowing down here too. So just following the shape of his body, which is a circle. So I'm going nice and round. And that just makes him feel like he's a solid object. Anytime you add a cast shadow, makes that object feel nice and solid. And then you can make this super fun. You could add more hills in the background, snowy hills. You could put some trees. So for pine trees, the simplest way to do a little pine tree, I'm going to just do a little guy back here, is 1 straight line, or you could even make that a cone. And then you're going to just do straight lines off the sides. And as you go down, they get a little bit longer. So this is going to get a little longer as it goes down. And you can add tons of those. It's clearly very far in the distance. You can even add a little cast shadow to that tree, so it feels like he's there. Oh, my happy little trees. And you could add snowflakes. Just make this one fun. I love snowflakes. I generally do 4 lines intersecting, little circle in the middle, add some details around. Just have fun with it. Or you could just do little snow circles if you want to. Or you could do no snow. Anyways, I hope this was fun. I just thought this was a fun little diversion today. So if you want to draw him and post a picture, I'd love to see it. Have a good day. Bye.